And what musical projects do you do and have?
I had recently dropped an album called Fanin,
How do you spell?
Phanin. I'm gonna be honest with you, I made up that word, but after I made it, I completely forgot what the words were, so don't ask me what it means. I'll figure that out at some point.
Welcome to Pathway Up, the Guthrie Center podcast about Spring Branch ISD students and their discoveries and journeys into the many pathways of career and technical education.
Hello, I'm Sebastian Mendoza, and this is Pathway Up. Today, I'm with Bryan Delgado, talking about his filmmaking journey at Guthrie.
Thank you for having me.
So, Bryan, what grade are you in?
I'm currently a senior. I'm enrolled in Northbrook High School.
So, what was your primary inspiration for filmmaking?
I'd say it was always being surrounded by movie watchers, not really filmmakers, but like just people that were constantly watching movies. Especially my grandpa, he was always watching some kind of action movie, maybe like Fast and the Furious or some kind of horror movie. Like one that I can remember was Bride of Chucky. I remember walking in on that. I probably should have walked in at all. But he has this surround system in his living room, and that always just made me feel like more into the film, and it just really captured me. And at some point, when I downloaded an app called TikTok, at the time it was Musically, uh, and I would make like short little skits on there and stuff, and I would just like mess around with it, and at some point like I realized that you could like really tell a story with filmmaking and like bring just a personal story and make it into something else, and you could like create whole new characters or like a more interesting hyperbole of your personal experience, and I feel like that just really captured me.
That's neat. So, as a musician, has music inspired your filming?
Mm. I say yeah, cause the way that I film is also kind of in like almost like a music rhythm, like the same way that I would write a song and I listen to the beat and I just feel like what could come next, or I just feel like something would fit right afterwards. It's the same way that I would uh, film something. Like I just got a gut feeling of when the next beat is supposed to come. So I got a gut feeling of when the next scene is supposed to come. Like kind of like it's like timing a comedic pause. You know, like you gotta like hit the right spot and just hit the right note with the song and the film, and it'll touch the right strings in a person.
I know you did theater. Did that in some way help bring you to Guthrie?
Well, yeah, it's pretty much, well, it's not the same thing, but it's, well, the acting aspect of it and like having an audience to share a message and a story to is pretty much the same thing. The only difference is the medium. With theater, I did it for freshman and sophomore year, and I was an actor, so it definitely pushed me into like wanting to maybe film something and film myself and make like my own little story arc and my own storylines and characters. But the one difference about it was definitely the acting, because on stage you have to be more expressive. Like you know, you need to make like really big expressions with your face. So that switch up into filming up close with a camera, like you have to be more subtle about it. It's a lot more natural. You know, you have to be more, I say, slick with it. Yeah, I did work the lights for a little bit of it too. It's not the same thing as color correction, but it's still editing somehow. You're just editing an entire stage. So I feel like everything was just compacted into a screen, and I find that cool. You know, like you can gather multiple little short videos, short clips together, and you can form from like a 5 minute short film to an hour and a half feature film. You know, instead of just being on stage, I could be on films. You know, like I could release my own videos, and I can post that on the internet. You know, a theater play can only bring in so many people. There's only so many people that can fit in an auditorium. But putting that story on a video, putting music over it, color correction over it, just giving it a whole different vibe could spread whatever message that you're trying to put out there a lot farther instead of just a room of 100 to 500 people.
So were there any obstacles that overwhelmed you when you joined Guthrie?
I'd say deadlines. I'm really bad with deadlines, absolutely. But I always try to get my work done at least at some point, and I personally think that my work still comes out fine, good. I would hope so. But besides that, I really found no other obstacle in it besides maybe working with some other people. Like some people can be tough to work with, and some people can be a lot easier to work with. It kind of just depends where you land. So the obstacles were more by chance. It wasn't really something that was constantly there, besides my procrastinating for sure.
And I mean, how were you able to overcome that procrastination and those struggles?
I just remind myself that tomorrow me would be happy that me today finished it today, and instead of giving myself more problems the next day. So that just kind of keeps me going. Just giving a little bit of an outlook, even if it's just a week, a month into the future.
So you showed all of us a music video that you made.
Oh.
And when you're showing it to us, I noticed that you looked really proud. What about the process of making that video was fulfilling to you?
Definitely the fact that I ended up managing to make it all almost by myself. I only really had the help of my girlfriend, which would either help with the camera, acting, or just background stuff. Because my original idea for it was a larger ensemble, a lot more people in the background, you know. But since things didn't go as planned and some people flaked on me, you know, things happen. I managed to do it on myself. It did take a little bit longer than I anticipated. I was hoping for it to be done in about a week, but it took me up to, I think, 3 weeks to actually finish it. So it felt really accomplishing when I edited it all together and I watched it all the way through, and it just felt right. Yeah, like it just felt good, and I felt proud of myself for still actually going through with it instead of just dropping it when I realized that things weren't going the way I wanted it to.
I helped you out on it too, but it's okay. You gotta understand.
What?
You know, I helped you out on it too, but
Oh yeah.
it's fine.
Okay.
Okay. So what lessons did you learn from that experience?
Sometimes you can't depend on other people a little bit too much, because you know things just don't go as planned, and some people just end up not being as reliable as others. I just learned that sometimes you just gotta do it on your own and with what you got, you know. And if your resources are limited, then do what you can with them.
Overall, what would you say that you gained from Guthrie?
Well, obviously the skill to film. I've gotten a lot better at different techniques, different camera angles, and knowing like where things should be placed to give it a much steadier and like even position with the camera and the framing, like the rule of thirds. But just like small things like that, and even in editing, which I already had some kind of like prior experience on it. Like I said, like I used to make like small skits on Musical.ly and TikTok, but I would also edit skate videos. Since I used to skate a lot with a big group of friends, I would have a camcorder with me, and I would film them from different angles, from different spots, you know, like get a good angle of the trick, and I would edit that all together into one single video about like 3 minutes long or like 2 minutes long, and I would slap a song over it. And that also taught me how to get like the right timings for every clip. I've gained a lot of connections from Guthrie as well. Like I've met a lot of people, some cool people, and some people that are definitely talented in what they do, in filming, and the way they edit, and the way they write, and the way that they write their plays.
And what musical projects do you do and have?
Currently, I do have my solo project is Brim, That's what I go by. I had recently dropped an album called Fannin, which is also the music video that I had released. That was the title song to the entire album.
How do you spell?
Phanin. I'm gonna be honest with you. I made up that word, and when I made it up, I put together a bunch of different words. But after I made it, I completely forgot what the words were. So don't ask me what it means. I'll figure that out at some point.
And you're in a band too, right?
Yeah, I'm in a band called Martyrdom, and we're planning on changing our name soon. But we did release our debut EP last year, April 4th.
What's it called?
It's called Death by Disembowelment. We are a black metal band. And it's pretty awesome. We go out of town a lot, and we got a few shows coming up as well.
I'm excited to see what you do.
Thanks.
So what about your experience at Guthrie stuck with you?
I'd say working with other people and working in groups, like actually being in a filming environment, kind of like what we're doing at this moment right now. Like it just feels cool, like actually being able to work it and kind of like feeling almost like semi-professional, even though like we're in a studio in the back of a classroom. but it still feels cool, like being in it, like actually like filming a film, a short film, a movie with a bunch of other people that are also passionate and into the same thing, so everybody's here because we're having fun with it, and it's just cool to be involved and really work with all these different things, all these lights and stuff, all these cameras. It's very hands-on. I like it.
What would you say to someone who's on the fence about joining Guthrie?
I say just go for it. There's a lot of cool experiences that you can get here, and a lot of like hands-on activities that you can do here as well. And you can meet a lot of other people that may also be like really truly passionate about the same thing that you are, and maybe you could find other people that you could work with and collaborate with, and maybe even make greater things with at some point. So it's really just do it. It's a leap of faith if you want to.
Were you on the fence in 8th grade when you first learned about Guthrie?
A little bit. I just wasn't too interested at first, but then I learned about all the other kinds of classes that they had at Guthrie, and I learned about this one, and I just said, why not?
So if you could talk to your 8th grade self who was on the fence about joining Guthrie, what would you tell him?
Just go for it. The longer you spend in Guthrie, I feel like the more you can learn. I would have liked if I started a little bit earlier so I could get to at least film 3, because I see that they do work on a few bigger projects and stuff, and I thought it was pretty cool. So I would have told them, just go for it.
Well, thank you so much, Bryan, for sitting down and talking to us. Thank you to everybody for watching. We're Pathway Up. We'll see you at the next one.
This podcast has been produced by students in the Guthrie Center Filmmaking program.
To find the Guthrie Center class that is right for you,
speak with your counselor,
Discover your pathway,
and put Guthrie on your schedule.